For a great vehicle on the road, I wouldn't mind having a Porsche. For a great vehicle on the stage, On Golden Pond does very well. Playwright Ernest Thompson has constructed it carefully with all the right gears and nuts and bolts to get a laugh here, a tear there, and an occasional lump in the throat. But On Golden Pond is something constructed. The characters can seem to be more parts of a machine than living individuals. Norman Thayer is the conventional, lovable old grouch who opens himself to others with sly wit and only on his own terms. Fortunately, Joneill Joplin is playing Norman in the current production at Insight Theatre Company, and he infuses Norman with a large dose of real, non-theatrical life. Joplin also displays masterful comic timing, not only in the reading of the lines, but in the movement of the body. He's perfectly matched by Susie Wall, who also pours convincing life into the fine machine tooling of Ethel Thayer, Norman's long-suffering wife, with tolerance, concern, anger, and all-embracing love. Playwright Thompson's well-oiled machine does break down for me in the estrangement between Norman and his adult daughter Chelsea. They appear never to have been close, not even to have liked each other much, and I never learn why. Perhaps because when Chelsea does return to the summer cottage on Golden Pond for a visit after 8 years, she and her father barely speak to each other. At Insight, Jenny Ryan certainly makes the estrangement clear, as well as her warmth with her mother and her happiness in her new love. She's brought that new love to meet her parents, and Norman is not merely distant, but practically sadistic in his baiting of poor Bill Ray when the two of them are left alone together. Eric Dean White impressively balances the man's efforts to be friendly with his uneasiness and his final self-assertion as he tries to find a polite way to respond to Norman's strange, even offensive behavior. But Bill and Chelsea have brought Bill's 13-year-old son with them. He's the one Norman bonds with, revealing the warm heart under the crusty exterior as he introduces the boy to books and fishing. Again, playwright Thompson crafts the expected well. Michael Pierce brings impressive range and control to his playing of Billy Jr. as Norman peels him away from the smartphone he cradles when he arrives and gets him out on the lake. Perhaps Billy is the son Norman always wanted to teach to fish, the son that Chelsea wasn't. As the local man who delivers the mail and still treasures the embers of the adolescent flame he carried for Chelsea as they grew up together during summers on Golden Pond, Kurt Knadel-Sater sustains a touch of local color among the summer people with his Maine vowels and hearty laugh. Credit also goes to director Trish Brown for these fine performances. Matt Stuckel's set has all the elements of well-worn rustic charm that such a retreat should have. Given the limitations of her technology, the video screen that provides the view of the lake out the cabin's large window, despite its waves and whitecaps and changing light, is not as convincingly realistic as the cabin itself, but I appreciate the effort. Gordy Van Ness's lighting also shifts through the hours of the summer day, and Robin Weatherall's sound design fills the air with the haunting cry of loons. On Golden Pond is warm and cozy, with a few carefully contrived bumps along the way, and I can't imagine it done better than it is at Insight Theatre Company.
Yes, and I was impressed with how much individuality Joplin and Wall brought to roles that we know so well.
Yes, they fine performances.